Okay, so you're going to need a 5mm crochet hook. You're going to need brown and white yarn. And then I have this green yarn here. This is the color I'm going to use for the bow tie. So you can use any color you want for the bow tie. It doesn't matter. And then you're just going to need a pair of scissors. Okay, let's get into this. Okay, so after we slip stitched into that chain one spot, we're going to go ahead and see, that will make our loop in the middle right there. Now we're going to go ahead and chain up 3. This thing. So we have 1, 2, 3, and we're going to put 5 double crochets into the middle. So here's 1 double crochet, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and that gives you 6 double crochets in the middle. Go ahead and pull that tight on the end and slip stitch into the top of the chain 3. You can go right into the middle of it. Okay, and that should give you a little pointed edge. Now we want to go ahead and chain up 3 again. This time we're going to put 2 double crochets in every stitch around. So go ahead and mark that, and I'll meet you back here when I have that done. Okay, when you have that done, just go ahead and slip stitch into the top of that chain 3. And onward to round 3 we go. So just go ahead and chain up 3. Then you're going to put 2 double crochets into the next stitch. Okay, and then 1 double crochet in the stitch after that, and then 2 double crochets in the next stitch. And that's the pattern for this round. 1 double crochet into the next stitch, and then 2 double crochets into the stitch after that. And you're just going to continue this all the way around, and I will meet you back here when I have that finished. Okay, and your last stitch on this round and every round that you increase after should be an increase. You should end on an increase on every round that you're increasing from here on out. My goodness. Okay, and again, just slip stitch to the top of that chain 3. And that ends that round. So it doesn't look like much right now, but it will once we continue. So we're going to go ahead and increase again. So go ahead and chain up 3. This time, instead of putting 2 double crochets into the next stitch, you're going to put 1. And then 2 double crochets in the stitch after that. So this pattern now is 1 double crochet by itself, 1 double crochet by itself, and then 2 double crochets into the next stitch. And that's just going to be all the way around. Okay, so I'm ending that round on an increase. Okay, and then we're just going to slip stitch into the top of that chain 3. And that ends this round. So go ahead and chain up 3 for the next round. Then we're going to do 2 more double crochets by themselves. So if you can see, every new round, you're going to do 1 extra double crochet before you put in your 2 double crochets. And that's just the increase. So we have 3 double crochets by themselves, and then 2 together. So 1, 2, and 3, and then 2 double crochets into the next stitch. And again, that's this pattern all the way around. It's pretty simple. You're just going to do 3 double crochets in the next 3 stitches, and then in the 4th stitch you will put 2 double crochets. So go ahead and finish that off all the way around, and I'll meet you back when I have that done. Okay, so this round we're going to do 4 double crochets by themselves, and that includes the chain 3. So okay, and then we put 2 double crochets into the next stitch. Okay, so it's 4 by themselves. So 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet, 3 double crochet, and 4. And then the next stitch is the 2 double crochets together. Alright, so go ahead and finish that all the way around, and be sure you end on an increase. Next row we're going to chain up 3, and we're going to do 5 double crochets by themselves, including the chain 3. So there's 3, 4, and 5, and then 2 together. So 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 2 together. Alright, so go ahead and continue that all the way around. And then we're going to do one more increase and be done increasing. Alright, so we just finished that row, and I've decided not to increase anymore. If you wish to increase, you can go ahead and continue to do so, but I'm not going to. Okay, so I'm just going to chain up 3, and now all I'm going to do is double crochet around. Just 1 double crochet in every stitch all the way around. And we're going to do this for the next 10 rows. So go ahead and complete the next 10 rows in double crochets all the way around. Don't forget to slip stitch to the top of that chain 3, and continue onward for 10 rows. I will meet you back here when I have that done. Okay, so I just finished. I did about 20 rows total. So go ahead and chain up 1, cut your yarn, and pull a tight knot. And now the cocoon is done. I'm gonna fix it up. So now we're gonna make Mr. Gingerbread's buttons. And that's quite easy. Like all of our other items, you're gonna start with a slip knot. We're gonna chain up 3. Slip stitch into the first chain to form your loop. Then we're gonna chain up 2. We're gonna put 7 half double crochets in the middle, leaving us a total of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 7 total, and 8. Then we're just going to slip stitch into the top of the first half double crochet to seal it off. And there's the tiny button. So we're going to make 3 of these, or you can make them a little bigger if you want, but I like this size. You know what? Let's chain up 2 and go ahead and put 2 half double crochets in every stitch around, and then that'll be it. Slip stitch into the top of that chain, well, the top of the first half double, and there's your button. So you're going to go ahead and make 2 more of these. Chain up 1, cut your yarn, and pull through. So go ahead and pause the video and do that. Now let's go ahead and start his bow tie. So we're going to go ahead and make a slip knot. And now you can chain as big or as little as you want with this. So I'm going to start with 20 and see what it looks like. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then you're going to go in the second chain from the hook, and you're just going to second chain from the hook, you're going to single crochet across. And now you're going to single crochet for as many rows as you want, because that's how wide your little bows will be, or as little rows as you want. I'm going to go ahead and aim for 10 rows and see what that looks like, and then I'll meet you back here when that's done and go from there. Okay, so here's how big I made mine. I did 12 rows, and now when we stop on the last row, what we're going to do is we're going to put 2 single crochets in that last stitch, and that's going to allow us to turn the corner so that we can put a border around this so it looks nice and even and not choppy. Okay, so you're just going to work all the way around down the side here. And then when you get to this corner, so make sure you're in the corner, and you're going to put 2 single crochets. Okay, and then just keep working around. I'll meet you up when I have that done. When you have this done, just go ahead and chain up 1 and cut a really long tail. You want to cut a long tail because you're going to wrap the tail around the middle like so, like that, to form the bow. And then you're going to sew this onto the cocoon itself. So we're just going to take our hook, and we're going to take our end that we loomed over, and we're going to get it to the center here so that we can wrap it around. Now if you cut a pretty big piece of yarn like I did, it's going to take a couple minutes. Alright, I think we're in the middle now. So what you're going to do is you want to pinch up, down, so they're opposites, and then just fold your little bow tie. So you can manipulate where you want it to go. Okay? So all we're going to do is just start, you want to tightly wrap your yarn. Once you kind of have your shape figured out, it'll start working and getting easier. Just start wrapping, and then you can stop and just, you know, work with the shape. Leave a pretty good tail left. Okay, so there's a little bow tie that's going to go in the middle here. So now we're going to take our yarning needle, and we're going to put the yarn through. Okay, what I like to do is I like to take it from the front, kind of like this a couple times, just to keep that yarn secure. Let's see. You're going through all that stuff you wrapped. It's not going to come out ever. Okay? And then you're just going to pick a spot. It really don't matter where you put it. I'm thinking put mine off to the corner. Let me see. Yeah, I'm going to put mine off up here. Okay? So going in from the front of your bow into, and then back to the back, and then into your cocoon, and you're gonna just tighten it. Okay, and then go through a couple of the back pieces. So when you're going from the inside out, you want to make sure that it's the angle you want for starters, and then you want to make sure that you don't go through the other side either. And then you're just going to go through it a couple of good times. And then I like to go back through that big thick middle piece a time or two, just once, and then work it underneath. So you're going to take just the the straggler and pull it underneath like so, and then cut off. You're done. Okay, and that wraps on the bow. Isn't that cute? Now you could definitely leave this like this. This is super pretty with just the green bow on it. But we are gonna go ahead and attach on our little buttons we made. I'm gonna do one there, one there, about 2 rows apart. So there's 1 row, 2 row, so that would go there. 1 row, 2 row. This one would go here. Okay, and that's how I'm gonna do it. You can choose to do it however you want to put the bows. And then what we're gonna do down here is we're gonna make a little squiggly so it looks like icing. So go ahead and sew these on, and I'll meet you back here when I have that done. So we're gonna make a slip knot and go ahead and chain 30. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Alright, so we have our chain 30. Go ahead and chain 1 more. Cut a nice size tail and pull through. And then pull that tight into a knot. And now what we're going to do is we're going to make sort of a zigzag pattern here. So you're going to sew, you're going to sew this on almost like if you was laying frosting on to something to that effect. Okay, you want to sew it on like as in a zigzag pattern, as if you were laying frosting onto a cookie. So you can do 1 big zigzag in the middle and then go down like that, whatever you decide. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and sew this on, and then you can go ahead and make a hat for this. I will link down below a video for my hats, and then all you have to do is make another zigzag frosting, I guess, and 2 eyes for it, and then a mouth, and you have a gingerbread hat. Or you can just leave it like this and crochet a simple hat, which again will be linked down below. Alright, so I will sew that back on, but that is it. Here it is. So this is it. This is my gingerbread cocoon. I hope you guys liked this video. Say hi, Mar. She's sleeping. Wake up. Okay. Well, I hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Be sure to hit that subscribe button to stay tuned for more great holiday crochet cocoon videos. And leave me a comment down below. What other holiday cocoon would you like to see? These are all newborn size, but you can always size them up and make them bigger for your big kids. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe, comment down below, and as always, I'll see you in my next video. Bye!